Right? Okay. Hari Om. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshina Muktaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gurunatmeti Murti 𝐵ेद Vyomavad Vyapta Dehāja Dakshina Murte Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanaham Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Sunmanti Dimvaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakrama Upanishader Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyana Bastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Prathamodhyayaha Arjuna Mishada Yogaha. So Prabhupada, please come. We will chant now Shloka number 39. Okay, 39 we'll chant. First chapter, Shloka number 39. All of you chant after me. Okay. Arjuna Vacha Katham Nagneyam Asmabhihi Papadasman Nivartitum Kulakshayakritam Dosham Prapashyadbhir Janardana. Go ahead.
Arjuna Uvacha Katham Nagneyam Asmabhihi Papadasman Nivartitum Kulakshaya Kritam Dosham Prapashyadbhir Janardana.
Very good. Excellent. So, Hardam Swagatam. And we have to chant the Adi Shankara's Mangala Shloka. Let us all chant. Om Narayanah Paro Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantastvime Lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini. I hope all of you are by hearting this shloka. Bala Natarajan. Suprabhatam. Now you are in good morning. We are in India, we are in good evening. Nityamani. Right? So we are now in good evening. That's how it should be. Once you will be in good morning, once we will be in good morning. That's how it should be. Good. Now, where are we? Now we have gone through Gita so far in the first chapter, and Arjuna has gone through the classic phase. And now you all should be able to start writing in the chat box. Ganesh Ramurthy sir, what is the logical progression? The root is avidya, which is ignorance. And what is it, avidya? Lack of having fulfillment, lack of the thought that I am complete. Always the thought that I am incomplete. Apurnaha asmi. I don't have a feeling I am complete. Correct? Atmanathan, Shubhasam, right? So something is bothering us. That is the root. Okay. From there, what happens? We get desire to get completed. Right? That is called kama. Very good. Vinod Suman, very good. And from there, we desire to get completed by karma. That means what? By action. We think we are doing action, we will bring complete. Kaikam, vachikam, manasam. But unfortunately, when you get into that cycle, you get into ragadvesha. The ragadvesha creates what? Moham. Moham means what? Moham means delusion. And delusion further invigorates avidya. So the cycle, how does the cycle look, Suman? Sumanji, Ninodji? Nah. It looks self-sustaining cycle. You can say, no, it is self-sustaining. And very, very rarely, see, very, very rarely, people take a step out of this cycle or circle and look at it critically and say, hey, you know what? I am caught in this never-ending cycle. And one who carefully observes this cycle is called mumukshu. Moksham ichha mumuksha. Saha, that person who is really wanting to get out of this cycle, that person will realize, I am caught in this. Correct? When you are going in a merry-go-round, it seems very nice, right? Very nice to go up and down, or in a giant wheel. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes you can be. G.V. Kumar? How long you want to be? At some point, when the speed starts increasing, you say, no, stop. That won't stop. Imagine if the person has switched on and gone away. And the giant wheel is never ending, continuously rotating and revolving, right? And what happens then? There is no one to switch off the giant wheel. What will you do? You have to jump out, right? So we say in Vedanta that what you are going around in the giant wheel is a samsara chakram. Okay. Sitting in that samsara chakram and going around that circle, if you study Vedanta Shastra, then you know what, Kumar Ji? That is like a parachute. You jump out from that giant wheel, you land safely on the ground. If you don't have parachute, what happens? You will jump out and get injured. Correct? So that is why when you are in this giant wheel of samsara chakram, spend some quality time studying Vedanta. Another example, understanding, right? You have to spend some time, and that is going to be the cushioning effect for you. That will slowly take you out of this samsara chakram. Shankar Mahadevan sir. Suprabhatam. Good to see you in the morning. Very nice. Okay. Now, Arjuna has gone through these phases, and quickly let us see what are the things. Now look at the notes. Notes are very, very sharp and focused notes we are given. Please look at the notes for a minute. Go to page number 7. The phase of moha or delusion has been given quickly as Arjuna's 4 laws. So like Newton's 3 laws of motion, Arjuna's 4 laws of confusion. Rhyming arga? Arjuna's 4 laws of, what are the 4 laws he's saying? I will not kill my relatives. So Sanskrit, nahantum ichchami. I look at the notes, it's all there. Law number 2, even if I get 3 words, I will not kill them. Api trailokya rajyasya. Then third point, there is no happiness in killing my own relatives, my own people. Okay? And that is so 35, 36, all this being told. And finally, in point number 4, he says, only sins will accrue if I kill criminals. Atatayinaha. Don't forget that. Correct, no? And all these 4 indicate what? Confusion. Correct? Indicate perfect confusion in the mind of Arjuna. So these are all his personal problems. Then he's coming to some common issues. Like you see, these people don't know that while going into the war, they'll be the cause for destruction of families. They'll also destroy their friends. They don't know. And this, up to this point, we have studied in the last class. So now we're going to 39, where Arjuna is saying, Yadyapi. You borrow the Yadyapi from the previous shloka. Ushaya, madam, everybody? Okay. Borrow Yadyapi from previous shloka, connect it to this. What is the previous shloka? Those people, the Kauravas, their intellect is overpowered by greed, and they do not see the evils of fighting the war, resulting in destruction of families and destruction of friends. Ravi Nanjan Good sir, right? Why don't we see? We can see the right vision, right? He is telling Krishna Paramatma, they are not, their vision is blurred. Let our vision be clear. So he's saying, I am able to see very clearly what is right and what is wrong. So he is saying here, hey Krishna, he's saying that they may be going in the wrong path, but we don't need to follow the path. We can decide to withdraw from this sinful action. Let us withdraw from this sinful act. First statement, write down, first statement of Arjuna, that let us leave the battlefield. Naveen sir, first statement Arjuna is saying here that let us leave the battlefield. We will withdraw from the sinful action. What is the reason he's saying? Seeing the evils caused by the destruction of families. Now we've come to the third point. Now look at systematically how Arjuna's argument is. First is all his personal problems. The 4 laws were concerned only with him. The second one was friends, common people to both the sides. The third is focusing on destruction of families. Because Shankar, Singapore sir, first 2 arguments, Bhagavan did not agree. So let us now talk about family problem because it will come out of the war, so that Krishna gets convinced and says, okay, let's all pack and leave. So the summary of the 39th shloka is, still, yadyapi, still, why can't we decide to withdraw from this sinful action? What is sinful action here according to Arjuna? Anybody quickly? Baji, what is the sinful action according to Arjuna? Fighting the Kauravas. But as per Dharma Shastra, fighting evil people, is it sin or is it no virtue? Please tell me. Punyam or papam? Lalita ji, tell me. Fighting evil people is a virtue, but Arjuna is saying it is a sin. That means what? He is seeing right as wrong, wrong as right. When you are in moha, Kalish, you are very good. I'm so happy you're all learned so well moha so easily. Very nice. All of you understood what is moha, what is maya. So that means what? The person will actually start saying something that is wrong as right, and he will say what is right as wrong. This is the characteristic of a person who is deluded. Ganesh Ramurthy, clear? So that is how he is now starting the argument. Furthering the discussion, he is saying that with Krishna, I will now do the Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya. So, yadyapi, you borrow from shloka number 38, you please add it here. Yadyapi. Katham nagneyam asmabhihi papat asman nivartitum. Asman becomes asmat here. See, sometimes depending on the verbal conjugation, it's asman. Here it is asmat. Asmat nivartitum. Kulakshaya kritam dosham prapashyadbhihi he Janardana. Radhakrishnan sir. So he's now addressing Bhagavan as Janardana. You see, in every shloka, when Bhagavan Nama is coming. Vijay Rajan, please see that. Okay, now, what is he saying? Anvaya, yadyapi. Still, why still? Because they are not able to see the right thing. We will see the reality. We are going to see reality, what is right and what is wrong. Katham, why? Na asmabhihi gneyam. Asmabhihi. Can't we decide? That means what? He is taking whom into his account? He is borrowing also Krishna into his side. Saying, still, why can't we decide nivartitum, to withdraw, asmat papat, from this sinful action? Panchami Vibhakti. Now you see, when you read the shloka, Parashuraman Sara Sudha Venkate, you see, papa dasman nivartitum. You will not understand it when you read like that. When you do Anvaya and you connect the previous word and say, na asmabhihi gneyam nivartitum asmat papat, then you will understand the meaning. So Arjuna is saying, still, why can't we decide to withdraw from this sinful action? Now getting the point? There is a see, the word nivartitum is important. Underline the word nivartitum. That is where withdraw has been told. Nivartitum means withdraw. So asman na asmabhihi gneyam nivartitum. Why can't we decide to withdraw? From where? Asmat papat. What is the reasoning he is giving? Prapashyadbhihi. Prakarshena pashyadbhihi. Write down. Very, very good words. That's what he's doing. Pashyati means, seeing. Correct? All of you know Sanskrit, correct? Pashyadbhihi. Continuous verb. Prapashyadbhihi. Seeing very well. What? Dosham. The evils of what? Kulakshaya kritam. Caused by the destruction of families. Please understand. Now, how does the family get destroyed? You all know or not? In a war, if a male member is killed, does the family not lose its balance? Yes or no? Correct or not? Raja Sagar, NK Venkataraman sir, Jagannath Gupta, Najikal put in cameras. Correct, no? See, please understand, in a very traditional family, and I'm sure all of you want to in traditional period of time, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, for doing karma, there are 5 types of things required. Actually, 5 wealth it says. Na pancha vittam, pantam vittam is required. Give you some Dharma Shastram here. No, very rarely you will get this, okay? And what are the 5 things required to do karma? Please understand. And before that, please go one step ahead or above. If you want to lead a Vedic way of life, Vedas preach 3 things. Write down, very simple. Vedas are preaching only 3 things. All of you are getting very, very, pressurized by the word Vedas. Correct? Nah, Jetho, Jetho, Vajavastho, Mantra Salam, all of you are getting scared. Correct again. They say Ghanapadi, Kramapati, Mala Patama Solranga, you're not able to understand anything. They are not applicable to us. Lot of people know that we are all Laukikas, going to office, doing all of the work. So Vedas, you should have this kind of, you should have Kudumi, Kunal, only those people. No, please don't think like that. Vedic way of life is for everybody. Please note this one, very important. Vedas are asking us for getting 3 things. Please understand, doing 3 things. And what are they? One is karma or action. That is doing. Second, develop guna or values. Third, develop bhavana or attitude. Can somebody summarize now? So unless these 3 conditions are satisfied, one cannot be called a Vaidika. Just by doing karma, one cannot become Vaidika. One just by having guna, you cannot become Vaidika. Only by bhavana, you become Vaidika. So all 3 are required. Please understand. Are you getting the point? So guna and bhavana, everybody can have or not, including streets. Correct? Purusha karma panano, and you people are to just go and you can be doing your job. That's what in any karma you can see. For them it is some they can take rest up. They'll go and do work in the kitchen, right? That is our Vaidika dharma is there. So the pancha vittam, 5 wealth required for doing karma. Please note down. It says Yajamanaha. This is what the owner of the house, the Purusha. Patni, Utraha. Correct? Only a person who is a grihastha can do karma. Please understand. Neither a brahmachari nor a sannyasi can do karma. That is why grihasthashrama is dhanyo grihasthashramaha. Please understand. Only they can do karma. The brahmachari, sannyasi can do japam, can do dhyanam. This is also a lot of benefit. But karma is the bedrock of all the auspiciousness that comes to the society. Good rain, proper auspiciousness, right kind of temperature, water, environment, everything have only a good karma. Later Bhagavan is going to say, Shankar Mahadevan, correct? So, yajna karma samudbhavaha. Bhagavan says later in Bhagavad Gita that karma is the bedrock of society. Okay. So, that karma can be done by grihastha. And for that, what are the 5 things? Quickly write down. One is yajamanaha. That means what? The Purusha. Then Patni. Then Putraha, then Daiva Vittam. What is Daiva Vittam? Daiva Vittam means the wealth of the gods, wealth to propitiate the gods. It's called Mantram. Vaidika Mantram is called Daiva Vittam. Write down. And the 5th is called Manusha Vittam. You have human wealth. In Shankar Bhavan said, you have to actually call the priests, give them sambhavana, and get the karma done. So the Vaidikas bring the Daiva Vittam, Yajamana brings Manusha Vittam, and then these 5 together only, when a karma is done properly, it gives results. Can somebody write all these 5? So in this 5, Pantam it is called. If you go to, it's not exactly mentioned like this, but the number 5 is very important. In Shikshavalli, there is a mantra, correct? Shankar Mahadevan. Panktam va idagum sarvam, pankte naiva panktagusprunoti. Lot of pentads are there. In doing karma, this pentad is very important. Very good. Kalam is putting it. Very good. Suprabhatam. Very good. Now, in the family, if the main person, Yajamana, is not there, in a war, what may happen? Malati madam, Suprabhatam, what happens? Definitely something can happen. That person may also die, right? Then what happens? The main person doing karma is not available. Manusha Vittam is wealth. Ganesh Ramurthy. Vittam nala wealth. Manusha means through human endeavor. That means what? You go to office, earn money. That is called Manusha Vittam. Right? Daiva Vittam is the wealth of propitiating Devas, which is called Mantram. So, mantras should be chanted properly. we should give proper sambhavana, dakshina to the Vaidikas, do a proper karma, and done properly with all the sambhavana and all the bhojan, everything you do, the karma is fulfilled properly and the results will definitely come. Please understand. When karma is done properly, you will get results. Then faith should be there. That is Vaidika Dharma. Okay, now that is only 30 marks, 35 marks. Sir. Only doing karma is only, they can say 33.333. If you want, you can put that number, because 100 by 3 doesn't have a whole number, right? The remaining 66.67% comes from where? Comes from guna and bhavana. Write this down, very important. Guna and bhavana. Bhavana na? I'll tell you, guna is what? Values. What does Veda say? Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyaya ma pramadaha. Please come to Taitirupani's class. Beautiful. Shikshavali is all about telling you Dharma Shastras in a very condensed form. I keep saying, you don't need to go and study Jaimini Dharma Sutras and all. Study Shikshavali, sister. Maybe we will release the lectures also for you. All lectures have been given. Extensive lectures Shikshavali has been done. Teaches you what is Dharma Shastram beautifully. So, Satyam Vada. You should develop values. I should always speak the truth. Dharmam Chara. Let me be a contributor. Let me be on the path of Dharma. Chara means be on the path. Okay. Swadhyaya anma pramadaha. Let me have an attitude, daily practice all that I've learned. It goes on and on. I don't have time for that. That is all building values. The third is building attitude. This is Sanatana Dharma for you. Matra devo bhava, pitru devo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atithi devo bhava, yanyana madhyani karmani, tani sevitabhyani, noitarani. You get over again? Nah. Shikshavali illa mantram. They are values. So once a person has got karma, guna, bhavana, person is complete Vaidika. Please understand. Seshadri sir, clear, no? Right? So what happens? The beauty of Sanatana Dharma is by doing proper karma, guna and bhavana will develop. Please understand very carefully. All other religions talk about build good values. No, see, any religion you take, any religion, take Christianity or Islam, they all say be kind, be good, donate everything. But they don't give you the way to build those good qualities. And Sanatana Dharma says by doing proper karma from morning to evening, whatever has been ordained to you, your mind will become trained to be good values, good bhavana you'll get. Right? You got the point? So karma is the bedrock from which these two will come. And if the Yajamana is not there, karma is gone. If karma is not there, what will happen? The kulam, the family structure will get destroyed. Yes or no? Are you in agreement or not? Correct? Huh? Now, Arjuna's Dharma Shastra knowledge, is it correct or wrong? Is right or wrong? I'm told about Dharma Shastra now. I give you Upanishad, Vedas, everything I've told. So Arjuna's argument that if a person in a family, the head of the family is not there, karma will not happen. So Kulakshayam. Shayam means destruction. Please understand. Akshayam means never ending. Shayam means destruction. So will Kulakshayam happen or not? He is using the right Dharma Shastra at the wrong place. Are you getting the point? So very good. You have got the point. This is how you should study Bhagavad Gita. That's trick. Gita is trick. The beauty is, in fact, in a way, Vyasacharya is also explaining Dharma Shastra. If you go back and think deeply, without proper Dharma Shastra, Anushtanam, Jnanam cannot come. Shankar Mahadeva, Sukshmam in this first chapter, which many people don't point out. So by telling all these points, though at the wrong place, Vyasacharya is saying also brush up your Dharma Shastram, do Dharma Anushtanam, do your karmas, japa, dhyana, puja, bhajana, all that, please do. But unfortunately, Arjuna is using that in the wrong place. So that is how intellectual people do. And they are given special title. What is the title? Shankar Ganeshan sir? Perverted intellect. That means what? They will use the knowledge obtained from somewhere to justify their actions in another place. And Arjuna is using that. Why? Because he is in a state of, should say, what is moha? Very good. Now, do you need any more proof that Arjuna is deep in moha? Do you need any more proof? All these words coming out from his own mouth, showing he's in moha. So please see this now. He's saying that they may be not knowing, but we know that if in a family something happens, the Hindu family passed away, karma will not happen. So we will be the cause of creating evils by destruction of families. You understood Sloka number 39? Clear, no? So now let us go to now. That means what? One has to follow karma, guna, bhavana. And let me tell you, if karma is not done properly in a family, guna, bhavana also won't develop. Because if you go to home and constant chanting of all this, Sahasranama, Parayanas, Veda mantra is there, it creates a positive vibration in the family. Yes or no? Have you felt it or not? All of you Ravi Ranjan, you only know, you sit down. One day you chant Sahasranama in your house. Look at the vibration in the family. It will create such positivity. Right? So that is when, then what happens? Then the mind becomes calm. Then the mind starts accepting all these right values. Right? Bhavana starts coming. Mind becomes subtle. Right? So if you see the Palashruti in Sahasranama, Dharma, see everything, it says, who wants to follow Dharma can follow Dharma. Rogartho muchyate rogar baddho muchyeta bandhanat bhayan muchyeta bhitastu muchyeta panna apadaha. In a meaning, sir. Rogartho muchyate rogat. This is a Palashruti for Sahasranamam. Anybody in the family suffering from any kind of disease, muchyate, let them be relieved of all the health problems. Vandana madam. Rogartho muchyate rogat. Baddho muchyeta bandhanat. Anybody bound by karmic action that I have done something wrong, the guilt feeling, let it be removed. Kalishwar, look at the beauty of Sahasranama. You all don't know treasure you have in the hand. Lalita Sahasranama, treasures, twin treasures of our Sanatana Dharma. Chant as much as possible. If you know Veda mantras, please chant and do it at home, sitting down. That positive vibrations will always be there. Mahabharata used to say, the sound vibrations that are there in a place don't go away so easily. They are there, present in the house. Bhayan muchyeta bhitastu. Anybody's got a lot of scare. People have got scared. They see some strange thing, they get scared. Children, no? Chant Sahasranama. Please see this. Sahasranama is so powerful. Muchyeta pannaha padaha. Any apat. என்ன சொல்றோம் ஆபதாம் அர்த்தம் தாத்தாரம் சர்வசம்பதாம் லோகாபிராம் ஸ்ரீராம் பூயோ விராம். So any accident, any problems, you chant Sahasranama will get solved. That's what I keep saying. Vinod Suman, you don't need to go to any astrologer. They will say this vastu is not right, this window is not right, this door is not right. Just sit and chant Sahasranama at home. There's more than enough. Chant Sahasranama, if it does not properly for 18 days, no problem will come. Any problem will go away. You get the point? And this is told in Palashruti of Sahasranama. I'm not inventing anything. You understand this very clearly. So, karma, this is called Vachikam karma. Chanting Sahasranama is Vachikam karma. Kayikam karma is doing homa. All the flowers you decorate and do, Panchayatana puja. Manasam karma, dhyanam, try and practice some dhyanam as per Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6. Dhyana yoga, right? Do that. I'm telling you, house will be like heaven. You don't need to seek heaven. I can tell you, heaven will come to earth. Vaiji, there is a song, no? Ille Swarga. You will get Swargam here itself. Bhuloka Swargam you will have. And that is what a family is supposed to do. Please understand. The family structure of husband, wife, and children are supposed to practice this and make the house so environmentally so nice. If you step into the house, it's be very, very calm, right? That is how the structure is there. That's called Veedu. Tirukkural enna? Aram, Porul, Inbam, Veedu. 4 things Tirukkural is saying, right? The Veedu means house. And that Veedu in Tamil also means moksham. Please understand. So here itself you practice all the rituals properly. Here and now, mind becomes free. Study Vedanta and get moksham here and now. You don't need to go to Brahmaloka also. Go to Brahmaloka is very, very difficult. So please understand, Sanatana is beautifully laid out. For that, we have to spend some time or not. Natmanathan, correct? நான் இருக்கிறபடியே இருப்பேன், என்ன சொர்க்கம் இங்க வந்துரும்னா வருமா? No, it will happen. You start today. Time is now. Don't delay and study Vedanta parallelly and do all this karma anusthana. Heaven is ensured here. Don't worry about it. So Arjuna is now saying that, you see, if that Purusha is touched there and the person is not there, look at what will happen to the family, and he's going to expand on this. He's trying to justify, saying Krishna can be psychologically, what is that? Can be mesmerized by these statements. And then Krishna will say, fine, I agree with you, Arjuna. Yes, family destruction is very, very bad. So let us all pack and go. He's waiting for that word from Krishna. But did Krishna tell, let us pack and go? He didn't say that. He's simply keeping silent. So Arjuna continues. Let's go to sloka number 38. Quickly now, we'll go fast. Okay, now you got the background, right? It is all about the social structure of a family getting destroyed, and because of which the karma, guna, bhavana will get affected, and that will cause the destruction of not only this family, but the link is lost. It will continue forever. So Arjuna is pointing out all these things. Pure Dharma Shastra applied to wrong place. So Prabhupada, please come. Sloka number 40, sloka number 40. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavatyuta. I will do.
Arjuna uvacha kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavatyuta.
Very good. So somebody asked for Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya for 39. Katham na gneyam asmabhihi papat asmat nivartitum kulakshaya kritam dosham parpashyadbhihi he janardana. Anvaya. Yadyapi, cannot yadyapi, still, katham, why, na asmabhihi gneyam, can't be desired, nivartitum, to withdraw, asmat papat, from this sinful action, parpashyadbhihi, seeing very well, what, dosham, the evils, kulakshaya kritam, caused by the destruction of families. Hey Janardana, hey Krishna, you got it? You know now. Now look at sloka 40. Now he's expanding further on 39. You see, underline the word kulakshaya kritam in the previous sloka. Kulakshaya you underline, and the same one becomes the first word of sloka number 40. I keep saying, Bhagavad Gita is very systematic. Sloka to sloka there is connection. Chapter to chapter there is connection. So here you see the kulakshaya from the previous sloka. Where is kulakshaya in sloka number 39? Khatam, second line. And that kulakshaya is connected to kulakshaya kritam in 38 also. Please see. 38 also kulakshaya kritam. 39 also kulakshaya kritam. And 40, that becomes central theme. 38, then they were secondary, reasons. Now the primary reason now kulakshaya has become. So what Arjuna is saying is, in sloka number 40, when families are destroyed, the long-standing family traditions perish. Am I right or wrong? Or do you agree with me? If a family structure is not in order, will family tradition, what is family tradition? A family is supposed to be like a house, is supposed to be a temple where all the things are done properly, all your festivals are being observed, all the pujas are being done. The Grihastha is a place to earn punyam. Please understand. So that tradition that is there from long-standing, so many generations, if family structure is destroyed, long-standing family traditions perish. Please understand. That is why we keep saying, encourage your children to get married at the right age and have a proper family, follow family traditions. Nowadays, people don't appreciate the value, correct? Shankar Mahadevan, very, very difficult to convince children to have a proper into families. So please, achar, everything should be followed. So he's saying when families are destroyed, long-standing family traditions will perish. And when family traditions are lost, what happens? Unrighteousness starts raising its hood. That means what? Unrighteousness. Adharmam starts. Indeed, it overtakes the entire family. Please understand. Dharmanushthanam should keep on happening. If it does not happen, adharma is waiting. When can I raise my head like this hood of a snake? So, by constantly doing dharma, adharma will be totally destroyed or whatever, submerged. Please understand. So, dharma anushtanam is a thing you have to keep on doing unless the mind gets jnana. Once you are in jnana, you are always free. No issues of the worldly impact will not impact your mind. So, please understand. The family structure is extremely important. Now, please understand. Now, you all would have realized a stable family is the bedrock of culture or not. Correct? In a family is very stable, what happens? The children will learn all the good things. The girl child will learn music, Bharatanatyam, all that. A lot of people are taking your children for different kinds of classes, right? Why? Because the family structure is intact. And cultural personality, psychological, emotional strength, physical health, everything will happen only in a very... So if a person is alone, for example, nowadays people go to some place and live alone, single. You see, unless their mind is very stable and strong, they will not even follow daily routines properly. Correct? They get into psychological problems. And more important, please understand, we all think when a child is between the time 3 months and 2 years, the child is not able to hear anything. Right? The kid is not able to say anything. So we think the child is not knowing anything. Please don't have the thought that 1 month or 2 months to 2 years is the time the brain grows very fast. And the child is observing the parents, the behavior, and internal impressions are being formed. Now, Paiji, please understand. We all don't know the psychology. So they may not be able to hear or understand what we are saying, or you may think they don't know anything, but they are observing, and all this is getting impressed on the mind. So we say, when you want to, husband wife wants to fight, say, please don't fight in front of the kid. Please go separately, don't fight. You say no. So don't do any actions which can impact a young, fresh mind. It goes in just like that. And you will say at the age of 7, 8, my son or daughter is behaving very differently. No, they are not listening. You have to just rewind and see what you did in the first 5 years, right? So please understand behavior of parents, structure of family. If you are a person doing all things properly, you see by the age of 3 or 4, Shankar Mahadevan, I have seen in families, the father is going to do Anushtanam, the son also will get on Siron. Whether he knows something he'll say in Siron. Yes or no? Correct, no? I have seen, when I chant, kids will be going, just be running around. But they'll pick up the mantra and they'll start chanting, just like that, because the mind is so very, very fresh. It can catch all these things. So please understand, catch them young. Build the structure in the family, spend time on that. And so that is very important. And please understand, while growing, all kids, youngsters look for models, role models. The parents, the mother, father are the first role models. Whom are they seeing? Can the child see TV and all? Now, we have built a bad habit of showing TV and giving food. Correct? Am I right or wrong? We show the TV, some cartoon, we show only they eat the food. Like that we have built our children. But if you are proper role model, then they will observe you and you will be the role model. What will happen? They will see TV, internet, that person becomes the role model. Then also one fine day, your son will come with one ring on the ear. I saw it, this fellow is very famous. He will become a role model for you. Instead of he'll become like that. So please understand, the parents are the role model. If we are not role models, they will choose some other model. Please understand that. And so all the culture will be built only when the family structure is protected. You understand it very clearly, no? Arjuna is saying the right things, but the wrong place. Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya for 40. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharmaha sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmaha abhibhavati uta. Uta is end sandhi. Okay, now what is the Anvaya? Kulakshaye. When families are destroyed, sanatanaha kuladharmaha. Long standing. What is Sanatanam? From time immemorial. Sadatanam, Sanatanam. That is ever present. Long standing. Kuladharmaha. Family traditions. Please go and check with your parents, grandparents, what is our Kula Dharmam. They will say wonderfully. Right from putting a rangoli in front of the house to the way you have to maintain your puja room, the way you are maintaining everything in the house. Correct, Shankar? Then all people will say, what is our Kula Dharmam, right? And if not, to 100%, follow 5%, 10%. See, I have these people saying that, sir, I am not 100%, that's why I give up everything. That's not the answer. Follow 5%, 10% first. Then that will make you more strong to follow 15% after 3 years. Then 20% will come after 4 years. Correct, no? Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? Sir, extensive puja panna mudiyadhu, sir. Don't worry. Sit down and do slokas for 10 minutes. Correct, Ganesh Ramamurthy? நம்மலாம் பஞ்சாயத்து பூஜை பண்ண முடியல, ஷோடச பூஜை பண்ண முடியல. No problem. Sit down. You teach your children 25 slokas from Ganesh Stotra to Hanuman Stotra. Today they say Hanuman Jayanti in northern part of India, right? Begin with Ganesha, end with Hanuman. So I've seen many good families. The parents will sit with the sloka book with the children, chant all the slokas, children learn, and then they wherever you work and chant. That is the beauty, right? Start from there. Then slowly the person will get interested, learn more. Start with 5%, not being 100% perfect from day one. So please understand family traditions and follow your tradition. Don't need to copy. You ask your elders. You follow the tradition. You will Bhava. You will really reach greater heights by following the tradition. So long-standing family traditions, pranashyanti. So Arjuna is very worried. See, when family is destroyed, all the long-standing traditions go away, hey Krishna. So what happens? When family traditions are lost, dharme nashte. Family traditions are lost. Adharmaha, unrighteousness. What will happen? Uta. Uta means indeed. What happens? Abhibhavati, overtakes. See, please understand. As long as dharma is strong, adharma will be submerged. When adharma becomes stronger, dharma will go down. Yes or no? That's why Bhagavan comes to the earth to protect dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya gnanirbhavati bharata bhuttanam adharmasya tadarthanam. Please understand, dharma is the bedrock of society. Dharma is very important. Dharmo vishwasya jagatah pratishtha, as the mantra says. So, dharma should be protected at any cost. If you don't protect dharma, adharma will take over. And what happens? Abhibhavati overtakes kritsnam kulam. Entire family. It's not just one individual. Please understand. Dharma understands the family, everybody is benefited. Adharma is there, it also overtakes everybody. So Arjuna is giving all right arguments. You understood, no? You got the Anvaya, right? Kulakshaye sanatanaha kuladharmaha pranashyanti. When families are destroyed, the long-standing family traditions perish. Dharme nashte. When family traditions are lost, all connections, link is establishing. Adharmaha, unrighteousness, uta, indeed. Abhibhavati, overtakes what? Kritsnam kulam. Kritsnam is a nice word in Sanskrit. It's got a lot of letters. What? 6 things are included in Kritsnam. Kritsnam means complete, entire, full, correct. Kritsnam kulam, entire family gets affected if adharma starts overtaking dharma. Continuing, sloka number 41. Adharma vibhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyaha strishu dushtasu varshneya jayate varna sankaraha.
Adharmabhibhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyah strishu dushtasu varshneya jayate varna sankaraha.
Very nice. Now you see, further he is extending the argument. All is built like a foundation, one over the other. He's brick by brick is building the logic. What is saying in this sloka? Hey Krishna, because now the family has got into unrighteousness. Why? Dharmanushtanam has not happened. If Dharmanushtanam doesn't happen, Adharma will take over. And Dharmanushtanam, Purusham, I told you, Panchavittam, don't forget, the Panktam Vittam is required. One main is not there, Dharmanushtanam cannot happen. So, Dharma goes down, Adharma raises his sword. And then what happens? Possibility of the lady members of the family going in a different direction is there. So, you can have a possibility of women of the family going in a different direction, wrong direction. And when the ladies are going different direction, what happened? There may be intermixture of all this tradition, so strong traditional background that was established over many generations. That link will be cut. You have seen a link, no? Chain link, Padrikla Kumar Jivi. No, in a motorbike or anything, cycle is a link, chain. You cut one link, what happens? The vehicle will not run. Correct? So please understand, it takes a lot of effort to have the link established. Atmanathan, correct? Very easy to break. And the result is what? When a cycle chain or a motorbike chain link breaks, what happens? Vehicle cannot move. Similarly, the family life cannot move properly, and family is supposed to be the place to earn punyam, and dhanyo grihasthashramaha will not continue, and there will be a lot of challenges. Very nice argument, but at the wrong place. You got it, no? So look at the Pada-vibhaaga. Adharma abhibhavat, He Krishna, pradushyanti kulastriyaha, strishu dushtasu varshneya. Now he's calling Bhagavan 2 times. He's calling Bhagavan as Krishna, calling Bhagavan as Varshneya. Varshneya, another name for Krishna. I'll tell you what is the meaning there. Underline these two. Krishna, Varshneya, Jayate, Varna Sankaraha. What is the argument now? Hey Krishna, Anvaya now. Krishna, hey Krishna, Adharma abhibhavat. Where the Adharma abhivat come? Should be smart now. All of you go to the previous sloka. Arjuna told last padam of 40th sloka, Adharmami bhavati uta. Are you with me or not? Is it too fast? Are you able to follow me? Shankara sir, correct? Look at the last padam of the 40th sloka. Adharmami bhavati, adharma abhibhavati. Is there no? That is continuing here. First word of 41st sloka. Can you see the link now? Sloka's link are able to establish now. Adharmami bhavat. Hey Krishna, because of the prevalence of unrighteousness, Adharma has now overtaken the family. Already judgment kuttar. And Arjuna has given judgment. What like kulastriyaha? Because the ladies don't have any support. The women of the family, pradushyanti, can go astray. Right? That can happen. And I don't want to go into detail. You all know what is happening in society. You can double click the society and see. You know what is happening. So I am not going to expand on this. Okay. Then pradushyanti, go astray. And varshneya, special word. Varshneya means vrishni kula samudbhavaha. See, vrishni kulam. So Krishna belongs to vrishni kulam. That means what? The word that Arjuna is using is special. Arjuna is bringing the kulam of, hey Krishna, you know you are from such a very great family tradition. Vrishni, Varshneya சொல்றதுக்கு அவசியமே இல்லை. There is no need for Arjuna to quote Varshneya here. But he is intelligently quoting Varshneya to indicate, Krishna, you belong to such a great family tradition. Remember that. We will now be destroying all the family traditions. Argument alaga. What, Ravi Nanjan Ghosh? Are you seeing the word Varshneya? If you want to really enjoy Bhagavad Gita, you should underline all the slokas, greatness of Vyasacharya, how he has used the right word in a place. Very rarely Varshneya has come in Bhagavad Gita. Here he is using Varshneya. Please understand. Hey Varshneya, hey Krishna, what will happen? Strishu dushtasu. Women in the family can become corrupt, can go astray. Repeat Pandra, is only repeating the same thing. And what happens? Varna sankaraha. Intermixture of traditions and family values. Varna dharmam. Varna dharma means what? The traditional things that we follow, that will become what? Confusion will set in. Please understand. The word Shankara and Sankara are very, only small difference is there. In Sanskrit, Shamkaroti Shankaraha. When you say Sankaraha, Sakara used means confusion, corruption. Very carefully use panno. So don't say Sankara, Sankara. Please start chanting Shankara, Shankara. Sankara means what happens? Becomes confusion. Corruption. Please understand. So Varna Sankaraha means destruction of society, confusion, and all those things will happen, intermixture will happen. Basically, it will mess up. If you want to say in American language, they say, no, don't mess up things, right? So it becomes a mess up. So this lack of correctness or some uniformities there in the family will not be established. Jayate, takes place. Clear? I'll do once again Anvaya so that you understand this. Hey Krishna, adharma vibhavat kulastriyaha pradushyanti. Two parts of this particular sloka. Hey Krishna, because of the prevalence of unrighteousness, women in the family can possibly go astray or become corrupt. One part. Second part. Hey Varshneya, hey Krishna, strishu dushtasu varna sankaraha jayate. So when women become corrupt or go astray, intermixture of different castes and traditions and lack of correctness of the family values, that will happen. Jayate, takes place. Jayate means arises, takes place. Clear, no? Continuing, sloka number 42. Arjuna, now see Sankaraha. That Sankara, what told the previous sloka, is carried over. Please be very attentive. This 1 hour, pay attention. If you master the Bhagavad Gita, if you're there, underline, circle all the thing, A, B, C, D, connect everything. So, Prabhupada, please come. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro ह्येषां lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Go ahead.
Sankaro narakayaiva ulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro ह्येषां lupta pindodaka kriyaha.
Very nice, wonderful. Now you see, our Arjuna is now extending argument not only from what is happening in the family here, but also extending it to the Pitrus. Please understand, not next life, and also that we are supposed to do as offerings to our forefathers. G. Kumar, two things are there in this. See, unless the family is properly maintained, Pitrakarma won't happen properly. Correct? No? In our society, in our system, we are supposed to Panchamaha Yajna. Saudam, you want to ask. Today I will tell you that. Okay? Supposed to Panchamaha. Write down. Panchamaha Yajna means what? The best way to build more punyam is to follow these 5 activities almost on a daily basis and also on different instances. What are the Panchamaha Yajna? 5 great sacrifice, yajna and sacrifice, puja. That is the kind of rituals you have to observe. What are they? First is called Pitri Yajnam. Pitri Yajnam means what? You are supposed to, whoever is eligible, whoever doesn't have a father, supposed to offer Amma Starpanam, Shraddham and all properly. And during when you get the eclipse, Grahanam, those times only at that time you should do the Tarpanam. You cannot say, sir, Grahanam is coming at 1 o'clock in the morning, sir. Very, very Vishesham to do Tarpanam during Grahanam. Please understand. Surya Grahanam, Chandra Grahanam. Chandra Grahanam night la varum. Surya Grahanam day la varum. Correct? Panchanga Bathinglo in those 2 Grahanam over the India. I don't know how Shankar you take how many Grahana in US? They also may be 2, I think. Totally 4 Grahanam is happening in this particular, what is Samsara name? Shubhakrit Nama Samvatsaram. Dharma Shastram. Together you learn everything. 2 Grahanam is happening. 1 Surya Grahanam, 1 Chandra Grahanam. Later during September, October. Sorry, I read Panchangam. At that time, suppose any person who is not having father, eligible person should do Pitr Karma. So Pitri Yajnam. Then second is Brahma Yajnam. Brahma doesn't mean Chaturmukha Brahma. Brahma means Vedas. Vedas has got a name called Brahma. Vedas Tattvam Tapo Brahma Brahma Vipra Prajapatihi. Amara Kosha says. Note down all these things. I always go back and listen to recording. I don't have much time to expand all these things. So Brahma means what? Vedas. That means what? You are supposed to pay your obeisance to Vedas by what? By chanting Veda mantras. Who are eligible? Who are not able to chant Veda mantras, please chant Smriti Granthas, because Vedas offshoot is Smriti. It means what? All your Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, all your Slokhas, all those are offshoot of Vedas. So don't say, sir, Brahma Yajnam Solitanga, I cannot do so, I'll skip. No. Daily chanting is required. Are you clear? Nah. So for people who have got parents and who don't need to do, every day morning you get up and remember your parents. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, enough. That 1 minute, I am telling you, Panchama Yajnam will not take more than 10 to 15 minutes. How many minutes? Please understand. Every day morning, after doing Karagre Vasate Lakshmi and Samudra Vasane Devi, get up and first remember your parents. Wherever you are in the world, remember your parents. Matra Devo, Bhava, Pitra Devo. That's enough. That is Pitri Yajnam is done. Next, Brahma Yajnam, after you take bath, everything clear, chant. For 10 minutes, you sit down and chant. Slokhas. If you're doing Veda Mantras, chant Veda Mantras. I'm giving you very, very simple schedule I'm giving you. Okay, that is Brahma Yajnam. Then Deva Yajnam, which is only propitiating Devas. That means what? Specially, maybe you can take Mantra Japam or special Parayana for Ishta Devata you take. You like, Krishna, Rama, or Hanuman. Today's Hanuman Jayanti, say, chant Hanuman Chalisa, chant Hanuman Stotras. Correct? In some parts of India, today is Hanuman Jayanti. Yes or no? They are saying that. In southern part of it, some other day it's coming. So, it's konjam variation. So, chant. Take your Ishta Devata and focus on Ishta Devata and Rama, all the Rama, Rakshana, Stotra, everything you chant. So, that is special. Ishta Devata Puja is there. If you are Vaidika, you do Agnihotram, all those things. That is depending on where, how much capability is there. But I say you do even whatever minimum possible. That is enough. It will take you. Finally, it is ultimate. So, how many are over? Pitri Yajnam. Then what? Brahma Yajnam, Deva Yajnam. Then, fourth is Manushya Yajnam or Niru Yajnam. Niru means Manushya. That means what? Once in a way, call your relatives, friends, and give them properly, treat them properly, give them good aharam, bhojanam and all, right? And even if you're not able to call them for any special Atithi Satkaram, Atithi means what? Atithi means person who comes without informing you. Tithi na day, correct? That particular Prathama Ditiya. Who comes without informing you, call Atithi. Nowadays, don't encourage that. Let them call, get appointment and come, because you don't know who is going to come when. Different days now. Fix appointment, I'm coming. So before they come, treat them well. Atithi Devo, Bhava, Venkatramana. That is called Manushya Yajnam. If you cannot do that, I'll tell you one thing, no? Smile. When you meet people, meet and greet. Express happiness. That is Manushya Yajnam, the highest order. And that is free of cost. Ravi Ranjan Ghosh, to smile, does it cost anything? You should have the inner happiness to smile. That's all. When you see somebody, you see in the US, it's very common. You go for a walk in the morning, somebody unknown, hi, how are you? I have experienced, you all have seen, right? They may not know you. Yeah, that's a good habit. No, just smile. That is Manushya Yajnam. Respect the person. That is enough. Then finally, Bhuta Yajnam. Give some food to animals. So I'm sure birds are there, sparrows are there, cow. That's why you say every day we do Naivedyam to Bhagavan and offer it to crows. Clear, no? So, if you turn once in a week, you go to a goshala and feed cows and feed all sattvic animals. Separate topic, I'll take one day. What kind of animals? But generally, all these are fine. So, you understood, no? Panchama Yajnam is done. That is what you try and do. If you're not able to carry over within a week and try and make it happen. Okay? Brahma Yajnam and I will explain the end of the class. Okay, I'll explain that. No problem. Okay, Brahma Yajnam, Deva Yajnam. Brahma Yajnam is chanting all Vedas. Connected to Vedas and Sahasranama and the Stotras. Here is Ishta Devata Puja. More like Upasana, do Dhyana, Mantra Japam, all those things come under Deva Yajnam. Okay. Strictly saying it is all the difference between Brahma Yajnam and Deva Yajnam is Veda Parayanam and all the other rituals like Agnihotram and all. I am making general for all the people. Please understand. I am trying to make sure it is applicable to everybody. Okay. So all these are to be followed every day, and if it is not followed, what happens? So Arjuna says that, hey Krishna, that intermixture of families, Sankaraha, that means what? When there is intermixture, definitely cause, once the key person in the family is not there, the Panchamaha Yajna is not being done. So what will happen? The intermixture of families, that is the root cause of all this problem. How did it happen? Purusha is gone, the streets will go in different direction, intermixture will happen. And then what will happen? It will be the cause of hell for the people who destroyed. It means we will be the cause of creating this problem. So hell is awaiting us. Another line you underline now. As per Vishesha Dharma Kshatriya, a person who kills the criminals in the war is guaranteed heaven. Are you getting the point? He is saying, if I kill criminals, I will get Narakam. Are you getting the point? That means what? Right as wrong, wrong as right. And then what will happen? Because of this, they will not be able to give the offerings to the Pitrus. That's why I brought this topic. Panchama Yajna, Pitru Yajnam, I brought it. So Pitru Yajnam has to be done by the individual only. Go to Ramayana, separate 2 sargas are there. Dasharatha comes to the seashore to receive the pindam of Rama. Who has studied Valmiki Ramayana will know this very clearly. So please understand that the son's duty is to offer offerings to the Pitrus who has passed away. So he says ancestors also. And what is your Pitru Karma doing? Please understand, the Pitru Karma that you do in the Bhuloka is making sure that our Pitrus are living happily in the Pitruloka. You don't know the significance of mantras in the karma. The karma and mantras is what is making your ancestors happy in their ancestral place. It's also like a place, just like your ancestral place, another, the Pitruloka is there. They are living like the colony is there, everything is there, different form, that's all. They are seeing whether on these appointed days are you doing or not. For example, during every day, Brahma Yajnam should be done. And people who don't have father will do what? Both for Rishi Tarpanam and Deva Tarpanam and Pitar Tarpanam. Correct? End of Brahma Yajna you do, right? And that Pitar Tarpanam you are doing is like giving them 1 drop of water every now and then. Then when you do Amavas Tarpanam, it's like a breakfast or something like that. Because there 1 day is 1 year, right? Because 1 year is 1 day. Then you do Shraddham, it is like a proper meal for them. So, a connection. Dharma cannot be compensated by going and giving Annadanam to some other institute or giving some donation. Karma has to be done properly. Then you can give extra. Please understand. So he says the ancestors deprived of the offering of food and water. I told one sloka in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Nannodaka samamdanam. Right? Annam udakam. Food and water are essential both for people on the earth and also people in the Pitruloka. Please understand that. Understand that? So Arjuna is bringing all the Dharma Shastras beautifully. I will stop here with the Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya of the Slokas so that we can continue from 43 and we will complete chapter 1 in the next class. Until then you say, first chapter is over. So you can all look forward to getting rid of first chapter in the next class. Quickly, Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya for 42. Sankaraha narakaya eva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaraha hi yesham lupta pindaha udaka kriyaha. Or you can make one word. I think you make it one. Lupta pindo daka kriyaha. Because it is kriya is connected. Lupta pindo daka kriyaha. Now Anvaya. He. Indeed, where he came, he esham, he, Sankaraha kulasya. Where did it come? Previous sloka, Sankara, connect here. Intermixture of family. No? Confusion in the family that is happening. Eva narakaya will definitely be the cause of hell for whom? Kulagnanam. The kakagagha, na means destruction. Please understand. Okay. So, there is a difference between Kritagnya and Kritagna. Sanskrit, observe pannungo. Kritagnya means person who has got some kind of reverence. Kritagna means the person who actually has no reverence or no thanksgiving attitude. Kritagnya, Kritagna. Please understand. So, Kulagnanam. That means what? Destroyer of family. For the destroyer of families. What happens? Esham pitaraha cha. Even their ancestors also patanti. Patanti means fall. Patanti means what? Fall. Why? Because lupta pindo daka kriyaha. Lupta means deprived. So pinda udaka kriya. Sandhi idala. Pinda udaka kriyaha. Kriya means all the karmas that is done. Basically, the final thing is that you do udakam and pindam, right? Pinda pradhanam is the final thing of the karmas, right? So, being deprived of the offering of food and water. You understood, no? Anvaya again for you. Hi sankaraha kulasya eva narakaya kulagnanam yesham pitaraha cha patanti lupta pindo daka kriyaha. What happens? Indeed, the intermixture of family will be the cause, definitely be the cause of hell. Narakaya, hell. For whom? Kulagnanam. For the destroyers of families. Hey, why? Also, Yesham pitaraha cha, yesham, their pitaraha, ancestors cha also patanti. Even they cannot be happy. Please understand, fall. What? Lupta pindo daka kriyaha, being deprived of the offering of food and water. Many people go and look at, Jyotish. What is that? Horoscope. You know that? Person who sees, what is it called as a Jyotish. General say, Pitr Slokhas, sir. Pitr, something will say. So dosham. Pitr dosham irukku. General solli vitruvaanga. Right? So adukala we should not give room. Do all this properly. This is correct. Here we'll stop. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If there are no questions, then we can close the class. Any questions are there? Who is coordinating today? Anybody got any questions? Or Sadamani got a question? You want to ask a question? Your question is answered? This is Brahma Yajnam and Deva Yajnam, right? Also the question, difference. Brahma means following the Vedas. Deva Yajnam means making sure that you are doing focused on a particular Devata. Clear? That is general rule. And for a typical Vaidika, Brahma Yajnam is everything with the chanting. So you are supposed to chant every portion every day. This portion today, they'll have a timetable. If you complete all the Vedas Dhanam, they'll have time, they'll follow that. That is Brahma Yajnam for them. For them, Deva Yajnam, all the other rituals they're supposed to do. They separately do Panchayatana Puja, all they do. That is Deva Yajnam for them. Atmananda Purinjada? One strict one lenient. Stricta pannaga, nobody will follow. So first be lenient. Then you can raise the bar and become strict yourself. Clear? That's the way, right? Okay, very good. Udayji, please go ahead. Quick. Unmute. A coordinator can please unmute Udayji. Who's coordinating, please? Can you unmute him?
Yeah, I got
okay.
it. Thank you.
Okay.
Guruji, namaste. I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm talking regarding Shraddha,
Okay.
Pitru Shraddha and
Can you get him on
Shraddha.
focus? Can you get him on focus, please? Hello. Okay. Continue. Okay.
For Pitru Shraddha, nowadays they say if you go to Kashi, come back, you don't have to do it every year. But some people say it takes some time to do it. Some people say have darpa and sesame seeds and have water. If you do minimum of that, that is enough. Some people say you have to cook food, vada, everything, do in a proper way. So what is the right thing to do?
The right thing as a Dharma Shastra is to do everything properly, Mr. Uday. Okay. Depending on situations, the people can say this much you do. Like I say, leniency, 10%. Instead of doing nothing, they may say do this much, that much. But even if you go to Kashi and come back, there is a bonus. Do you get bonus in the salary or not?
Oh, yeah.
The bonus, right? That is
yes,
the bonus
every
you
year.
give to your, every year, right? Similarly, going to Kashi once in a lifetime is the bonus you give to your forefathers. Bonus cannot be salary, correct?
No.
If they give only bonus, it's okay. Suppose the company gives you bonus and say no salary for you from next day.
No, it depends. If the bonus is big, I'll go with the bonus.
Then bonus, nobody gives more than 2 months of bonus, right? Generally, let's say the rule of generally general rule. So that bonus can be applicable as special. You get special punyam. Please understand. You go to Kashi, you go to Vishnu Padam and do in all those places. That is fine. That is very good. There's a lot more samskaras. But that cannot replace Amasa Tarpana Shraddham, which has to be done. You have to take time out and do all those things. So my Swamiji used to say, you take an annual vacation, right? You plan a vacation during that period. Go to India, your place, hometown, go do it there. When you plan, if you want to be really sticking to Dharma, there are ways. Depends on how much interest you have got. And you plan, and nowadays very clear. Office says you plan your vacation in advance and tell at this time I am on vacation. Offices will manage. You do that for your Dharma. Things will get done. So all said and done, it all up to us. Where there is a will, there is a way. If you got the strong desire, Bhagavan will show the way and you do correctly. Got the answer?
Yeah,
what is your answer?
You.
What is the solution? What is that you got now? You tell me.
Try your best, do your best, find time to do it and it will happen. God will let you.
And the beauty is, I'll tell you, once you start doing 1 year, 2 years, the path is made so easy for you. Things will happen. That is magic. Magic is not something that happens in the mystery. Your own actions create magic. and everything will be cleared. At that time itself, everything will be cleared, and every year you will be able to repeat it, go on and on, and it will enter, go to eternity like that. Please understand. All we have to start somewhere. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, Guruji. Thank you.
Very nice. Good. All the best. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So if there are no more questions, then we can end. Ravi Nanjangood, Bani. Tumba dina aaytu nodi. Sudden agi guest appearance ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಫಿಲಿಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಬಂದ ಹಾಗೆ ಏನೋ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಹೀರೋ ಆದ್ರೆ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆತರ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು.
ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಹೇಳಿ.
ರವಿ ಎನ್ಜಿ ಇಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ.
ಹೌದಾ ಹೇಳಿ.
ನೀವು ಈಗ ಎರಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಿಂದೆ you make a reference saying that I'm not the mind, I'm not the body.
Correct.
And when you say karma and the decisions, who is that makes
Correct.
those
very good
call and yaru action ತಗೋತಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
very excellent. See, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, is for a jnani. Once you get jnanam, then you can dissociate yourself. That you have to start the thought. Ravi Nanjangood sir, please understand, the culmination of jnana doesn't happen suddenly one day. Somebody touches, no? In daily Sandhya Vandam, there is a mantra. Kalasavadityo Brahma, Brahmaivahamasmi. I hope you're chanting that, right? From a child, 7-8-year-old child start chanting that. Does not know the meaning. That is the bhavana. That means Aso Adityaha Brahma, Brahmayevahamasmi. What supreme principle is there? There's a substratum of the sun, same thing sustaining me. I am that pure consciousness is the actual import of that mantra. The particular one small thing we chant, correct? So it starts by chanting and the bhavana you start developing. Then study Vedanta Shastra properly. Understand by Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava that I am not this body, I have the body. I am not the mind, I have the mind. I'm not the all those things will culminate in jnanam. Until jnanam comes, okay, you have to be responsible for your actions. You are doing actions through your own body. You are doing actions through your words, your mind, your intellect, your sense organs. So Acharya Shankara says in the introduction to Brahma Sutras, there is a bhashya called Adhyasa Bhashyam. He says beautifully, the root cause of all actions, you'll be very surprised. Root cause of all Vaidika karma, Laukika karma, even the Vedanta Shravana is happening because of ignorance or avidya. The lack of knowledge of the fact that Aham Brahmasmi is the root cause for all actions. Once the jnanam comes, then the person does not need to do any action. That is a separate topic. You got the point? I keep saying, no, the path of Sanatana Dharma is from action to inaction, from sound to silence, from the known to the unknown. Correct? So you cannot apply PhD rating to a person in 7th class. Correct? Correct? You're in mute mode. Please unmute yourself. You're suddenly been muted. I don't know why. You muted or somebody muted. I don't know. Coordinator, please unmute, Mr. Ravi. Please. Okay. So please understand, what is postdoctorate philosophy, you cannot apply for an elementary school person. Correct?
Yes.
Can you teach vector calculus to a 5th standard student? You know mathematics, right?
Nice.
So it becomes culmination when you reach that. So for that, first follow karma. And karma itself means I am doing karma. I need to get the result. The sankalpam you're doing. Mama upata samasta dodakshedvara Sri Parameshwara Prityartham is so that I get rid of all the papam that I've accumulated. Let me get more punyam, and punyam only finally can give you jnana. Acharya says in Viveka Chudamani, Muktirno Shatajanma Koti Sukrutai Punye Vina Labhyate. That mukti or moksham or jnanam or Aham Brahmasmi can happen only by the virtues accumulated over not 1 or 2. Shatajanma Koti Sukrutai. Only next hyperbole is saying, what is Shata means 100. Janma means life. Koti means what? Crore. Kannada and Sanskrit very close. Shata Janma Koti Sukritai. Sukritai means Punyam. Sukritaihi. Without that, you will not get moksha. So, as a person, normal person, start following all the rituals, owning up to all the actions. Okay? Because the results have to come to me. My mind should get purified, right?
Yeah.
When you get that purified and you start studying Vedanta, then how am I become jnani? You will know over a period of time, have I become jnani or not? Desirelessness state, all that should happen. Then only dissociation from the body, mind will happen. Then you can chant the Nirvana Shatakam. What is you learned? Nirvana Shatakam?
No,
Mano buddhya hankara chittani naham nacha shrotra jikve nacha jnana netre nacha vyoma bhumirna tejo na vayuhu chidananda rupa shivoham. That's when you reach that state. It's a process. So that is why very importantly you should not mix up jnanam with karma. See, karma anushtanam is required. Jnanam should accumulate a period of time. Become jnani, then karma dissociates. You understood? No? Can you say? Because I want you to get clarity, because a lot of people are confused with this. Can you please tell me in your own words, what is it you understood?
Oh, thank you. I think, one has to execute on the karmas to attain jnani. And once you are a jnani, then it becomes again inaction.
Correct. Perfect. You're perfectly correct. I'm very happy you got so quickly you got it. You're on the right path.
Thank you with your guidance.
No problem. That's why for a sannyasi, please see, for a sannyasi person takes sannyasam, both the shikha and the yajnapada is removed. The shikha and yajna actually display person to be involved in karma. One day I will explain sannyasam separately. Very, very serious topic. Okay? Got it?
It is interesting you mentioned that. As a kid, my affinity was to be a sannyasi.
Oh, very good. So, never too late. You can start slowly. Don't tell your wife suddenly. Your wife will get
exactly.
Don't tell her. Hopefully, she's not seeing the program, right?
Right.
Everything is possible. See, that is the Gita. Very good. You got the point. The Gita teaches you how to be a sannyasi, being a grihastha. There is a chapter called Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. 4th chapter. When you come there, Bhagavan says a sannyasi can be normally like a proper family man, but that person is the greatest sannyasi. Neyaha sa nitya sannyasi. Write down this sloka. Neyaha sa nitya sannyasi yona dveshti na kankshati. That person is a nitya sannyasi who has got no raga dvesha. So, Bhagavan never gives sannyasam to Arjuna throughout the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna wants to take sannyasa and run. But Bhagavan is teaching how you can live the life. And sannyasa is the mind. Please understand. The physical thing is only secondary. The mind that is important. Correct, no?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay. Anybody else? Coordinator? Okay, coordinator. Any more questions? We are done? Okay, we will stop here and we will continue next Thursday. Now, Venkat Sitaraman, sir, your question now? Quickly, we got maybe 2-3 minutes. All we have to close now. Venkat Sitaraman, please come. Venkat sir, please come. Quickly, unmute Venkat ji.
Okay. Namaskaram, Guruji. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, please tell me.
Okay. One question on the first chapter, we are saying that Arjuna is hesitant to get into fight to kill his opponents. And one of the reasons that is being said is because that is a dharma, he should be doing it.
Correct.
So, but what, say like, if I do not like some few people, and in my mind, they are bad people.
You don't like few people, is it? Okay.
No, I'm saying few people are there, which I don't like. In my mind, they are bad people. Am I justified in going ahead and taking care of them because they are bad? Because who gets to decide, okay, these are bad or these are good people?
Oh, I think I told this very clearly in a few classes back. Please understand, other than the law enforcing agencies, those days they were called Kshatriyas. These days they are called as policemen, military people. If you think somebody is bad or doing some wrong action, our job is to go and complain to the right agency. I am seeing something is happening here. Please investigate and take the right decision. As a person, we have no right to take any physical action, verbal action against anybody, even though you may be convinced they are wrong. Venkatji, clear? Huh?
Okay.
So that is why even in our present system, law enforcement agency is different. Law making agency is different, and the person who gives judgment is different. Correct? No, legislature, the court, and police. Correct?
Okay.
And you have to follow a system. And common man has to use these three for his welfare, his or her welfare. So we cannot take any action on our own. We should go to the right person and then do it. In this case, Arjuna is the law enforcing person. Are you getting the point?
But
in
who is the
case,
court?
Huh?
Who is the court? Where is the court?
The court
here?
is what happened. No, they had a discussion. No, that you give me at least 5 villages. That is a discussion that happened in Dhritarashtra's court. Getting the point? And what did they say? I will not give you anything. So they said we will fight. They decided to fight. So they had to fight. Clear?
Okay.
So they have tried everything. Samadana, I told many times, Samadana, Vedadandam, right? They tried to do, get together and get some kind of equanimity. Then they tried to give away certain things. Then they tried to create the right atmosphere. Nothing happened. And this is called Dharma Yuddham. Please understand. Mahabharata Dharma Yuddha means what? It is fought for establishing Dharma. There are rules to be followed in this war. So, and very clearly, this is decided to happen. Judgment is war. Clear? Clear, no?
Okay, thank you.
And the person who is supposed to execute judgment cannot run away from the battlefield. You got the point, right?
Yeah.
That is the thing. So it's not our personal likes and dislikes. It is following Dharma to the core. Mahabharata is Panchamo Vedaha. Please write down. Bharatam Panchamo Vedaha. Anything in the Vedas has been told Mahabharata social practically. Here?
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll stop here and continue US Wednesday night, Thursday morning, India. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta San Mangalani Bhumsutkayata. Rangalan sir. Nice to see you. Hari Om.
Namaskaram, Guruji. There is one chanter for today, so will we be having the next?
Yeah, please come. So, by the way, we are celebrating Shankara Jayanti on May. Actually, it's coming on May 6th, a Friday, but we'll be doing a program on Sunday. In run up to that, we'll be chanting Shankara Stotras. Please get the person on board. Thank you. I forgot that. Please. Quickly.
Srimati Kumari Nandika will chant
Nandika.
Dakshinamurti Stotra.
Very good. Please stand. Very nice. Stand. Unmute.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Please go ahead. Very nice.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nadari Tulyam Nijantargatam. Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahiribhutbhutam Yatha Netraya. Yes Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Svatmaname Vatvayam. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Bijasyantarivanguro Jagadidam Prangnetrikalpam Punaha. Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitriya Chitrikrutam. Maya Viva Vijrumbhayatyapi Mahayogi Vayasvechaya. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam Kalparthagam Bhasate. Sakshat Tattvamasiti Veda Vachasa Yudhodhayatyashritan. Yat Sakshat Karanat Bhavena Punaravrittir Bhavam Nidhau. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Nana Chitra Khatudara Sthita Mahadipa Prabhabhaswaram. Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradi Karanadvara Vahispandate. जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता भृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाक्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धकः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वाय एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये पूरं हांस्यनलोनिलोम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् भाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्माद् विभुः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम्।
Excellent, Nandika. Where are you staying? Unmute yourself. Where are you living?
Guruji, I'm living in Bangalore.
Oh, where in Bangalore?
I'm living in Sarjapur Road.
Sarjapur, very close to our place. I'm living in Koramangala. Okay, very good. So, very nice chanting. And please, all of you see, this is Dakshinamurti Stotram and quite complex. Nandika has chanted so beautifully. All of you, please learn this sloka. You chant every day, at least once a week. And you will get jnanam in this life. Let me tell you, this sloka is meant to get jnanam. This Dakshinamurti Ashtakam is meant to get jnanam. All of you can chant. Lalita madam is not only Purushas. See, our small kid only, girl only chanted this. So beautifully chanted. Where did you learn this, Nandika? Who taught you?
Guruji, I learned from Janaki ma'am.
Janaki madam. Oh, very nice. Janaki taught so many wonderful stories. Very good. Keep it up. Keep chanting every day once at least. Okay, it'll take 5 minutes. Once you know this stotra, 5 minutes you can chant this stotra. Very nice. And hopefully all of you can learn over a period of time. Stop here. Very good. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll meet again next Thursday morning, India. Hari Om Tat Sat. Narayana.